Hi everyone, it's me again, looking slightly more 5 o'clock shadowed. Alright, so what's the reason that I've dragged you back here? Well, I want to talk about one more piece of news we actually got straight after I finished recording the previous video. So here it is, the announcement of new permanent PVE content. This is what we've been waiting for. The Chamber of Arms will now be coming to Wotv the following week for JP and approximately 3 to 4 months later for global. Now, what is this basically? Well, it's essentially based and built upon the wave content, where essentially you fight a couple of waves of increasingly difficult and more damaging opponents. You set up a couple of teams to fight against it, and you get some rewards for this. Rewards will include multiple different stuff. So let's take a little bit of a look at detail into the post. But before we go any further, what are the first things that you will be able to get out of this? Well, two pieces of equipment. First of all, the blood sword, which is featured in the picture that is on screen right now, as well as the Genji gloves. Now, both of these pieces of equipment quite famous in terms of Final Fantasy lore. As a matter of fact, the blood sword is even going to be a pre-order bonus for Final Fantasy 16. So needless to say, it is a good amount of Final Fantasy stuff already coming with this, and there will be more in the future. So taking a look down, just to make sure, once again, this will be starting on 3 p.m. on January 24th, and will be continuing indefinitely. How indefinitely? Well, when you actually go into this Farplane screen, you'll notice that there's going to be a new tab. So of course we have the raids screen, we have the regular stuff, and this new one here featuring a brand new female character, and a Moogle and Lucio will be the place where you will go to fight into the wave. Now you need to be at rank 35, and you need to have completed a certain piece of the story. It looks like it is tied in with another story in Lucio, which is interesting in terms of lore as to what this could mean. Continuing down, here you can see a little bit of some of the UI to do with this game. Party 1, Party 2, so you will have two different parties. One other thing to note is that in the picture here, you can see that he's already at wave 6 with this party. This might be a slight indication as to how difficult it will be upon initial release. And given that, you know, it's pretty low barrier of entry, like you only need to be 35, level 30, rank 35, I mean, I would actually appreciate it if it wasn't the most difficult piece of content, and that would allow more new players to also get into this and get some rewards and some good pieces of equipment. Matter of fact, if this is good for both new and old players, then that will satisfy essentially my goals for content. So yes, bringing in a party system will also have certain rules such as vision cards, characters, summons, and the equipment will not be able to be shared across two different parties. So basically, you have Lucio with Odin in one party, well, you can't have Lucio or Odin in the other party. So you'll need at least 10 Espers, 20 vision cards, assuming that all of your characters are over 99, and 10 characters to truly be able to be ready for this content. Whether now, I should say that I don't think that it's going to be mono elemental, like super focus. As a matter of fact, I think this will be starting to go more in the favor of job VCs, but and multi-elemental parties to really get the best out of this. But only time will tell to see how the content shakes out. Continuing down, you can see setting up Party 1 and Party 2, and kind of the UI as you go up. As you can see, starting off with waves lower 1 through 3, then 4 through 5, 6 through 7, and 8 through 10. We can also see a little bit of the resources that you will get for being able to do this. Clearing waves 1 through 3 will actually give a UR antler, and as you can see, there's at least some lapis, some horns, and some books as you go up. We can also see the auto battle feature also being included here, as well as a party management button. So it's nice to know the UI has been at least fairly well designed. Wave 8 through 10, however, you can see a little bit of some different stuff. the rewards are also substantially bigger. So I would assume 8 to 10 is the very difficult stuff. You can also see that units quality and or persistent status will also carry over. So in other words, if a bunch of characters die off, they will not be available in future ones. It'll probably be somewhat like Tower, where you will get a refresh after a certain amount of time. But you can see here, 100 of these scrolls plus 1,500 of a new resource that will be used in going forward to obtain both the blood sword as well as, well, it's just basically a new currency that will be used in tandem with this event and pieces of equipment, I should say. So yeah, I do believe that faith and bravery will not be affected if your characters die, just in the same way that they aren't affected in some stuff. And there's also, you know, proficiency and everything, which will not be affected by this. I do believe that is what I read. If I did make a mistake or there was any mistake in the addendum, I will do a video next week when the content is out to show it in greater detail. But overall, super happy to see this. This is something that we have been needing for a long time, which is brand new PVE permanent content that will not disappear in a few weeks. This needs to be making its way more to the game. Looks quite flexible in terms of what each player will be able to do. Everyone will be able to participate in it, and how the equipment looks and what the equipment upgrading system looks like and how all of this will shake out in finer detail will be available to us as of next Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. But overall, hope you enjoyed this shorter video and an addendum to the news with a little bit of extra. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Hope see you next week when we show off this new content. Thanks for watching.